Give everybody a chance to tune on in, tap in before I start building on the subject matter for the day. Hopefully, y'all having a powerful Friday morning thus far, man. We got some important information that we need to discuss today. Y'all see the topic of this particular stream, something that's gonna cause me to go in, man. So I'm gonna give everybody a chance to tune in and tap in with the kid before I start building. So what's the word, man? Y'all talk to me before I start talking to y'all. Y'all know how it go. It's a wonderful Friday on my end, man. Beautiful, the sun is out, all that good stuff, man. So how y'all living out here? How y'all holding up? How y'all maintaining? What's the word, man? How everybody feeling? How everybody living? What is the word, man? We got something that we need to touch on, and I know y'all know where I'm gonna go with this particular subject matter, man. I'm pretty sure y'all got a good idea of which direction I will go in pertaining to this particular subject matter. Andronicus, peace, what's happening? What's the word? How we living? How we feeling? What's the word, man? We talking about the child support come up, man, because it's real in the field out here, man. It's real in the field. Avid, peace, what's happening? Andronicus, man, everything is peaceful my way. Everything is good. Nero, peace, what's the word? What is the word? How we living? How we holding up out here? Rashawn, peace, what's going on, my brother? What's the word, man? How this Friday treating y'all, man? Man, Andronicus, man, gotta stay fresh out here, man. Get the cut. But yeah, we talking about that child support come up today, man. So before I get the vent, man, I'm gonna let everybody go ahead and enter the stream before so they won't miss the jewels, miss the information, man. I gotta give some advice to these brothers out here, man, because these brothers tend to make dumb decisions when they reach a certain status, certain level in life, man. We gotta start being wiser, stop making them dumb decisions, man. And the women that prey on these particular individuals, these young men, they are wicked. Gotta stop being wicked out here. Okay, Avid, that sounds good right there, man. Sound nutritious, man. Sounds very nutritious. But yeah, we gonna tap in, man. People act like this is not a thing. I'm telling y'all it's a thing, man. You got women out here that's literally preying on these dudes, man, scouting them. They see the potential, man. They's like, all right, man, he got a chance to make it to the league, or he got a chance to do this, that, and the third with his life. As soon as they do it, boom, clamp down on them. Get pregnant, next thing you know, 200, 300,000 a month for child support, separating, all that type of stuff, man. A lot of them have that agenda, man. A lot of them have that agenda. So we got to be mindful of that, man. We got to be mindful, man. These brothers got to start making way better decisions, man. When you are an entertainer, or you an athlete, and you reach that certain status, you got to be real mindful in regards to the women that you choose to lay down with, man. Oh, Andronicus for sure. You see PJ Washington in the in the thumbnail for this, man. His little situation kind of inspired this stream, man. But it has been thousands of athletes and entertainers that fit this description, man. You just got to be wise, man. You got to be wise, man. Again, like, just pay attention, man. You know the type of energy, that you was getting, man, before you became a millionaire, before you became a billionaire. You know what type of attention you was getting from the women, man. You know how that energy shifted once you reached a certain status, a financial status. Like, now all of a sudden the energy shifted, and people who wouldn't have even thought to talk to you are now all of a sudden wanting to talk to you. Don't talk to those individuals, man. Don't talk to those individuals, man. Do not entertain a woman that before you had anything, she wasn't willing to talk to you. Now all of a sudden you an NBA player and now she's willing to talk to you. Man, you can't trust that. You can't trust that, Justin Peace. What's happening, my brother? You cannot trust that at all, man. If she wasn't giving you the time of day before you reached the NBA, before you became a famous producer, before you became a famous rapper, now all of a sudden this same chick, now she wants to talk to you because you done became the famous producer, you done became the NBA player, you done became the NFL player. Now all of a sudden you good. No, don't fall for that. Righteous Reese, peace, what's going on with you, my brother? But we got it, man. Don't fall for the okie doke, man. Something like that. That's just a savage mentality, man. That's a savage mentality for a woman to possess, and it's women that possess that type of mentality out here. Even she said it, like the PJ Washington and the Brittany Renner situation. She even said, like, if you want to come up out here, and she was speaking to the young ladies, if you want to come up, she was like, get with an athlete, like sleep with an athlete, get pregnant by an athlete because they are dumb. That's literally what she said, man. That's literally what she said, man. If you want to come up out here, man, she said, sleep with the athlete, get pregnant by the athlete, basically, because they are dumb. Like, it's people out here that possess that type of mentality, man. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous, man. And every time we fall for the okie doke, every time that young black man falls for the okie doke, that young black athlete falls for the okie doke, guess what? It confirms what she's saying. It confirms what she said. And drunk man, complete snakes, man. Like that should not, like that is ridiculous, man. For somebody to possess that type of mentality, man. Like you literally using a child as a come up. So that means like you really don't care anything about this baby, man. You just literally having this baby to set you up financially for life. And we wonder why the cycle continues a lot of times, man. Because, man, you just having babies just to make you some money. You literally having a baby just to make some money, man. What type of mother are you going to be? What type of mother are you going to be? You literally just had this baby just so you can come up financially. You know what I'm saying? How are you about to raise this child, man? Okay, let's say a woman does that and she has a daughter. What is she teaching the daughter? What is she teaching that daughter? She gonna teach the daughter to do the same thing? All right, daughter, listen. If you want to come up financially, you just sleep with an athlete. Get pregnant by the athlete. That way you will never have to work a day in your life, because then you just put them on child support and have them pay you $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 a month. That's what you do. Is that what she's teaching her daughter? Like, is that what you're going to teach your daughter? Because that's what you did. That's literally what you did. All righteous for sure. Definitely happening a lot more, man. Like, that's why you got to be like LeBron, man. LeBron was rocking with the queen that was rocking with him before he became King James. That's what you got to do, man. If you on that level, man, you got to rock with the people that's been rocking with you from the jump, man, before you reach that type of level and that status. Man, you got to stop falling for these trash Instagram models and all of that with the fake bodies, all this nonsense, man. Stop falling for that. Stop falling for that. Stop falling for that, man. That is the recipe. That's the recipe for disaster, man. You falling for these IG models, man. That is the common denominator right there. Most of the time, it be these trash IG models that end up putting these dudes in that type of situation. Man, stop fooling with that. Stop fooling with them. Yeah, Avid, man, that's what I'm saying, man. It's all about discipline. It's all about that self-control, man. It's all about that discipline and self-control. See how long, like, listen, when you get in a situation like that, as a black athlete, that's when you just withhold, man. Don't lay down with that particular person, man, unless you know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't lay down with the person. I'll make them wait. I'll make them wait, because then that'll weed them out right there, man. Once you make them wait, like, look, man, we're not about to engage in any type of sexual activities for a year. Once you tell them that, the come up has been destroyed. The come up has been destroyed. They trying to come up quick, fast. They ain't got time to be waiting. So you gotta, man, it's rules and regulations. Rules and regulations got to be set down, man. Andronicus, yeah, I'm not a fan of him basketball wise, but man, he definitely not dumb. Oh, Dominique, my brother, appreciate you. Peace. But yeah, man, we got to move a lot wiser, man, when it comes to our choices, man. When you reach that certain level, and that certain status, man, you got to understand that there's women out here preying on you, man. And for the women that's preying on these dudes, like, anything negative that comes your way, you deserve it, man. Anything negative comes your way, you literally deserve that, because that's sick and that's twisted. Lachelle, Peach Queen, what's happening? That's sick and that's twisted, man. Anything negative that comes your way, you literally deserve that. When you are that type of person preying on a person, man, preying on a young, successful brother. You just want to lay down, have a seed with him, have his seed simply because you want to come up and put him on child support and make money. It ain't got nothing to do with being mistreated in a relationship. None of that. None of that. You just view him as a come up. That's sick and that's twisted. That's sick and that's twisted. Righteous. That's what I'm saying, man. Brothers be giving up way too easy. That's why I say you got to be wiser. And a lot of times you could just tell. You can tell the type of brothers that wasn't getting that type of attention back in the day because they get crazy. It's almost like when you was in school and you may have had the sheltered young lady while you was in high school. The parent, it was real strict. They couldn't do anything. They couldn't go out. Then once they get to college and they free, they go crazy. They go crazy, like they real loose, they real wild. Sometimes these brothers, man, when they hit the NBA or they become famous, like that happens. Like when they was in high school, middle school, like they really wasn't getting no play, all that type of stuff, man. Then they hit the NBA and now they getting millions upon millions at 19, at 20. All of a sudden, now they going crazy. They going crazy. Like they going crazy. So we gotta chill out with that, man. We gotta chill out, man. I be telling, man, I tell people all the time, man, you gotta watch these women. You gotta be mindful. You gotta be mindful. You gotta learn how to decipher and detect when a woman is pretty much trying to use you based on your status. Based on your status. Once you reach that certain status, man, you gotta be mindful, man. You really gotta do the knowledge and examine some of these women, man, especially if you wasn't necessarily getting that type of attention before that. Now all of a sudden everybody noticing you because your net worth then went up. That's when people gonna start noticing you. And that's when you're gonna get a lot of snakes, man, a lot of fakes, a lot of frauds, a lot of artificial people that's gonna come your way because that's what they're attracted to. You got a lot of people that they are attracted to the money. They are attracted to the finer things in life. So when they feel like you can supply that or provide that to them or provide them with it, then there they go. They're attracted, see, they gravitating towards you. So you got to be able to determine the snakes and the fakes from the real. Dominique, for sure. Definitely, man. And that's the advice you got to give them. That's the advice you got to give them, man. You got to be mindful, man. You cannot be messing with any and everybody out here, man. That's when you really got to take the time to build, man, and fill a person out when you reach that status, when you reach that level, man. Because, again, they preying on you. They preying on you. They preying on you. This is a real thing. And like I said, and like we said, man, these athletes, man, just give it up way too easy. They give in, they cave in way too easy. Way too easy, man. All they got to do is look decent. And a lot of times I'm like, man, that brother probably wasn't getting much attention from women or females, young ladies back in the day. So now he getting that attention. He don't know how to act. So we got to start coaching these dudes. When you get that attention, this is how you act. Frankie Peace, what's going on? Man, Justin, it's a lot of them that be tripping, man. Yeah, Shawn Kemp was tripping on a lot of different levels with that, with drugs. Man, Dwight Howard just going crazy. Like, man, what are y'all doing? You know, it's a lot of NFL players, man, that just fit this bill. Y'all be having 7, 8 kids with 7, 8 different women. Like, at some point, like, that's ridiculous, man. And all of them got you on child support. So it's like you pretty much just playing this sport just to pay them. You can't even enjoy the fruits of your labor, man, because you keep laying down with different women having children by them. And they just, boom, slapping you with the child support. So you basically earning your millions just to give it right back to them. Just to give it right to them. Not back, but you giving it right to them. What's the point of that, man? What is literally the point in that? And then you complain about it. You complain about going bankrupt. You complain about child support taking your money. Nobody, like I said, held that gun in your head and told you to lay down with 7 different women. Nobody told you to have children with seven different women. Nobody told you that. Nobody told you that. You decided that. You made that decision. That's on you. That's literally on you. You made that decision, man. So in that sense, I don't really feel bad for the brothers, man. If you get caught up one time, like boom, you slept with somebody one time, child was born, she got you on the child support, all right, I got you. But when it happened, man, 4 or 5 times, like at that point, I'm assuming that that's the way of life that you just want to live. You just want to have all these different kids by all these different women, and you just want to be on this child support by all these different women. At that point, I'm going to feel like that's the life that you want to live. I'm just going to assume that. It's safe to assume that once you get about 4 or 5 4 or 5 in. You know what I'm saying? You got 4 or 5 different kids with 4 or 5 different women, and you paying all this child support to all of them. So I'm just assuming that's the lifestyle that you want to live. Because at some point, you got to learn from this decision. Happened to you once, we can take that L. Happened to you twice, it's like, dang, that's crazy. But come on, man, after about the first or second time, you should start being able to see a pattern here. Or you should just go ahead and chill out. You know what I'm saying? You got your seeds. Just focus, man. Focus on yourself. Focus on your skill. Focus on your talent. Focus on your craft, man. Because a lot of times, and what's sickening, a lot of times, a lot of these dudes be having these kids too, and some of them be trash in regards to being a father. So don't do that. You know what I'm saying? If you finna lay down and make all these babies, man, least you can do is be in their lives, man. Don't think just throwing money they way is enough, like, cause it's not. It's not. You know what I'm saying? The money that ain't it. You gotta be present. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be present in the life of that child, man. Gotta be present. So just throwing money over there, like, man, I'm throwing them $200,000 a month. That's enough. Like, nah, man, you gotta be present, man. So the last thing you should be doing, having all these babies, man, and then you gonna, like, I'm not gonna be in their life. Like, I'm not gonna be in their lives. Like, that's stupid, man. Man up, man. Man up. Be accountable. Be responsible. These children, these babies ain't asked to be here, man. You brought them here. So give them that father figure, man. Give them that father figure. That's the least you can do. That's the least you can do, because like I said, once you get about 4 or 5 in, you making those decisions. That's on you. That's the life you just want to live. Happened to you one time, man, we just take, like I said, we just gonna take the L, man. Happened to you one time, take your L. We supposed to learn from that one time. A lot of times brothers don't do that though. See, Frankie, that's what I'm saying. You hesitant for good reason, though. You hesitant for good reason. Ricky, peace, what's happening? Peterson, you say we're not too focused on building the community. I mean, it's a lot of brothers and sisters out here in the community doing powerful things. I mean, I got a gym that I'm in right now that's in the community for the community. So I feel like it's a lot of brothers and sisters doing a lot of big things in the community for the community. A lot of times it goes under the radar because, again, the controversy and all that type of stuff sells. So people going to highlight and talk about that stuff more. But it's a lot of brothers and sisters doing positive things in the community, for the black community. You know, so that is out here now. That's happening. And it's getting better, man. It's getting stronger, man. It's a lot more people. It's a lot of people making moves out here. A lot of people making moves. Still at the end of the day, when it comes to coming from the broken home situation, man, like once you come across that knowledge, man, once you realize that that's my foundation, the home was broken, I come from a broken home, now you got that knowledge. So you just got to make sure it stops with you. You got to make sure when you lay down, when you decide to have a family, you got to make sure it ain't nothing broken. And when people talk about broken homes, to me, it's a difference between like an actual broken home and a relationship that didn't work out where people are co-parenting. So I don't feel like both, like the parents need to be together. Mother and the father need to be together in order for the home to not be broken. Like you can have a mother and a father together in the same household with all the kids and it still be a broken home because it's a dysfunctional relationship or marriage. And then you can have mother and the father separated, but it's still not a broken home because they co-parenting and they came to an agreement and everything is functioning smoothly. So a lot of times people think a broken home simply is not having a mother and father present, all that type of stuff. I think it's a little bit deeper than that. When I'm talking about broken home, I'm talking about the mentality of how the child is being raised, like the environment that the child is being raised in. So you can have both parents, you can have all family members in the home. You can have all family members present, but it still be a broken home because everybody's mentality is toxic. So that's what I mean. That's what I mean by broken home. You can have half the family members missing and it not be a broken home because the mentality is healthy. So it's all about the mentality. It's all about the environment that the child is raised in regards to determining if it's a broken home or not. That's how I look at it. Oh, Peterson, nah, I don't even think it's that. Now, when you're dealing with the masses, we got to understand, though. We got to understand something about what you just said, Peterson. We got to understand that a lot of black people don't have the train of thought to not only like do for self, but to even support black people. So we got to understand most black people have been corrupted mentally. But those of us that know, those of us that have the knowledge of self, those of us that are out here doing things in the community, those of us that have that type of mindset, we be promoting. We be promoting one another. We definitely be promoting, but we are the minority. It's a small percentage of us. So we're not looking for the mainstream because I don't even too much care about what's happening in the mainstream. But we are the minority. It is a very small percentage of us. So that's why it appears that way, because a large percentage of black people have been corrupted mentally, what we would call deaf, dumb, and blind. So that's why it appears to be that way in regards to what you're talking about. It's just a small percentage of us that are out here doing things for the community and promoting it. And that's just the way that's the way the percentages line up. And they gonna line up that way for a minute. That's why we just got to continue to do our duty in regards to just building in the community and promoting it. But it's gonna be a small percentage, man, because the large majority of black people focus on mainstream news, mainstream media. You know, and that's just the reality of the situation. Those of us that are not focused on it, we gonna promote, but we promoting to one another. Some way we got to tap into the mainstream mind, because that's what most black people are tapped into, the mainstream. So somehow we got to find a way to tap into that mainstream just so we can let people know, all right, this is going on. This is going on. And this is what y'all normally tapped into. So we got to tap into that market in order to get people's attention. And then once we get the attention from the mainstream, then that's when we really reveal our plan. So that's how we got to go about it. Because for the most part, it's almost like they say you preaching to the choir. Like, for the most part, when we doing that, we talking to people that's already on that same frequency and vibe. And in my lessons, it state the duty of the civilized is to teach the uncivilized. So we got to reach the people that don't know. And that becomes a little problematic, because then that's when we got to try to tap into the mainstream. So we can kind of get the attention of the people that's overly focused on the mainstream. And that's a very large percentage of black people. Very large percentage of black people. But it's all good, though. We just got to keep doing, like those of us that know, like Peterson, you keep promoting it. I got to keep promoting it. Like, that's our duty. Just keep doing it. We keep doing it enough, it's repetition. They going to see it. They going to see it. We keep promoting it enough. They going to see it. The energy going to shift. The paradigm will shift. We just got to stay. We got to stay with it. That's it. DJ Elmo, peace. What's happening? MC, peace. Tyson, peace. What's happening? Ricky, most definitely. Most definitely. QM, you say, why do men get legally married in a monogamous relationship, then go cheat? We would have to, I mean, I feel like it's a million different excuses, because I'm not even going to give them reasons. I'm going to say it's a million different excuses that I've heard in regards to why an individual cheats while they are married. But a lot of times, to me, it's just excuses. Excuses, man. Like, you was tied down. You decided. It's all decisions at the end of the day. You decided. You thought this woman was the one for you. You thought that man was the one for you. Y'all got married. And you made the decision to cheat. So after, like, that's all I need to know. Once I know that you made the decision to cheat, I really don't care what your reasoning is. I really don't care. At the end of the day, you made the decision to cheat. Everything that comes after that in regards to an explanation is merely just an excuse. So I don't really even care about why people cheat when they made the decision to get married, because it's all an excuse. And I don't have time for excuses. You made the decision to cheat. That's on you. You decided to cheat. Whatever your justification is, whatever your excuse is, Whatever helps you sleep at night, then that's what it's gonna be. But at the end of the day, you made the decision. Nobody put a gun in your head and told you you had to cheat on this person you decided to marry. Nobody put a gun in your head, man. Nobody put a gun in your head. Peterson for sure. And all you gotta do, you doing your duty right now, Peterson. You playing your role. And appreciate that, by the way, but you doing your duty. You just gotta keep doing you. And then I gotta keep doing me. I gotta continue to promote black businesses. You know what I'm saying? And I do that a lot. I promote black artists and things like that. People that I'm tapped in with, I promote them. You know what I'm saying? So I try to do that. I try to do that consistently. So we doing our duty. We just gotta continue to do it. Repetition. We can't give up. Yeah, D, still at the end of the day, like my thing is when you decide to marry a person, like this the excuse I hate. When you decide to marry a person, whether you like when you a man, you decide to marry a woman, then you go out and cheat, then you start saying dumb things like, well, monogamy is not natural, it's not normal, we polygamous by nature. Well, why did you decide to get married in the first place if you knew this? See, that's why I say that's an excuse. And you don't want to hold yourself accountable for the error that you committed, for the mistake that you made. Listen, you decided to marry, to wife up this woman. You decided to do that legally. You decided to do that. You decided to do that, and then you also decided to cheat. You decided that, okay, this is not enough, I'm going to cheat. Instead of just separate, divorce, all that. You decided to cheat. You opted for that route. It's on you. You decided to do that. But don't start hitting me with lame excuses, lame justifications. Don't do that. Ain't nobody making you cheat. Like, ain't nobody making you cheat, man. Like, ain't nobody making you cheat, man. That is not happening. Go find me the person that was held at gunpoint and forced to cheat. Go find me that person. Like, go find me that male that was held up at gunpoint, forced to cheat. If he didn't cheat, he was gonna end up dead. Go find me that. 99.9% of the time, you're making the decision. You decide to do that. You opt in to cheat. Like, man, you know what? I'm just gonna cheat. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. That's a decision, man. You could have easily decided to say, all right, this marriage ain't working. We gonna divorce, and I'm gonna take all the consequences that come with the divorce. Just gonna do it. But this ain't working. You could have made that decision. You just didn't want to do it. And you're going to come up with all type of lame excuses. Oh, it's going to be too much money. It's a strenuous process. Those are all excuses. Because if you're not happy in the situation, listen, you need to do everything that's required to get out of that situation. Who cares about the money, man? You'll find a way to handle that. But if you're not happy in the situation, if you're not satisfied in the situation, don't stay in that situation, because nothing good is going to come out of that. All that's going to happen is you trying to avoid the strenuous process, then you go cheat, and then you end up having to undergo the process anyway because now she wants to divorce you. So, again, tell me what you're doing. Tell me what you're doing. Beast reincarnated, like I said, man, at the end of the day, man, you got to really be able to decipher and determine whether or not a woman is on that type of vibe, man. You got plenty of authentic women out here. A lot of times, for the most part, which is why I don't feel sorry for some of these brothers, because for the most part, a lot of times it's obvious. Like these entertainers, it be the same type of profile. It be these IG models, these Instagram models. Like, if you are an athlete or an entertainer and you talking to a chick and she is an IG model, like you, that's already the red flag right there. That's all that you need. That's all that you need to know. She is an IG model. That right there is the red flag. Once she fits that criteria, 95% of the time she is to not be trusted. But you fall for it anyway. You sleep with her anyway. So whatever happens from that, that's on your fault. So I don't feel sorry for those brothers, man. I don't feel sorry for no brother that's put on child support for however much when they decided to lay down with an IG model. Like, come on, man. Y'all should have learned. This has been happening. So at some point, these young athletes got to learn from history. Like, dude, it's been happening to all the athletes before you. Like, these dudes ain't, come on, man. Dudes got to learn at the end of the day. So again, you made a decision to lay down with this so-called IG model. She played you. She known for playing dudes. She known for doing this. A lot of them have reputations that these dudes be knowing about, and they still go sleep with them. They still go impregnate them. So again, whatever comes from that, you deserve it. You deserve it. Terenzo, my brother, what's going on? Tyson, you say Fresh and Fit. And man, I think I've seen Fresh and Fit on YouTube. Men are able to exercise their options by dealing with different women. Definitely will cause problems. And that's what I'm saying. That's an excuse. That's an excuse, man. A lot of times, man, you will know when a brother is genuine in regards to like the so-called polygamous lifestyle. But for the most part, man, dudes just use that type of stuff as an excuse for lacking the discipline, lacking the self-control, all that type of stuff, not being in tune with themselves. Because at the end of the day, when you're not in tune with yourself, you don't know what it is that you need from a woman. So when a woman that you need comes to you, you overlook her because you're not in tune with yourself. So you don't know what it is that you need. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times that's the case, and we start coming up with these lame justifications and excuses, man. I don't got time for that. Exercising their options. Nah, man, just say you out here being a dog, man. Because that's at the end of the day, that's what you're doing. And vice versa. Now you have a lot of women that have adopted that exact mentality. They are exercising their options. They don't want to be tied down to one dude. Like women are now exercising this option, man. Again, role reversal. So they taking on the role. They taking on that role too. So a lot of times you have women out here saying the same exact thing that some of the dudes are saying in regards to excuses and justifications, man. So that's just, come on, man. Like we gotta do better. We gotta do better than that. Oh, Craig, for sure. And 99, like 95% of the time, that's what's happening. I mean, let's just hypothetically speaking, let's just say PJ Washington got to pay the $200,000. I don't know if this has been confirmed or not, but that's the number that's floating around. But even still, it's plenty of athletes that are in this situation paying that amount. Hypothetically speaking, $200,000 a month. How much of that does an infant actually need on a monthly basis? On a monthly basis. You know, for the most part, that is going right toward the lifestyle of the woman. A lot of that, most of that is going right toward the lifestyle. Now, once the child's able to go to school and things like that, then some of that money may go toward the schooling. But what's crazy is in some of these situations, and I feel like this is something that goes under the radar. Sometimes a lot of these brothers, they get put on child support. But even still, they still funneling money toward the child. So it's like the $200,000 a month, that's just what they paying in child support. They still probably going to be up in money. They still going to be up in money to give to the child once the child gets older. So that be happening too. So people think that the only money that the father is providing in that situation comes from or stems from the child support. I know plenty of brothers that have been put on child support and they still paying outside of the child support payment. They still funneling money to their child outside of the child support payment. Sometimes they even still funneling money to the mother outside of the child support payment. So I see that type of stuff happening too. Sneaky Peace, what's happening? D Steel, no, I'm not familiar with Kevin Wesley, man. I'll tap in, though. Yeah, Craig, for sure, 100% of the time, man. I definitely agree with that. Most definitely. You know what I'm saying? So, again, man, these dudes, man, you just got to be a better judgment of character, man. But for sure, when you see that this is an IG model, you already got to look at her like a suspect. Like, nah, I really don't trust you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are an IG model. Y'all have a reputation for sleeping with these athletes, getting pregnant by them, and just getting lucrative child support payment monthly. Like, nah, I'm good on this situation. I'm good. But it's the self-control. It's the discipline. It's all of that. Like some of these brothers, man, they overcome by that lust. That physical lust, man, they can't beat it, man. They can't defeat it. They can't defeat it. They attracted to this woman physically, and there it is. That's all it is. That's all they need. And the woman gonna pray on that. The woman gonna pray on that. That's almost, man, that's a like that's one of the worst things. It's one of the worst things known to man. That's one of the worst things known to man, man. When you come across a physically attractive woman and you can't overcome your lust for the physical attraction and the woman knows it. That is a very dangerous woman. When she knows that she's physically attractive and she comes across the undisciplined man that can't control his lust, that is a very dangerous woman. Very dangerous. MC for sure. For sure. Gotta cut down on the thirst, man. You just gotta be able to control the lust. Because again, like I said, man, when you come across a woman that knows that she's physically attractive and she praying on them, she gonna win 100% of the time. If you lack the discipline, she gonna win every time. She gonna get exactly what she want from you. If you lack the discipline, she gonna get exactly what she want from you. She gonna get exactly what she wants. Antonio Peach, my brother, and LaShelle for sure. And that's why I say like LeBron and all that type of stuff. This is how I put it. If I was a male athlete or a male entertainer that my net worth then just skyrocketed, I would either deal with the woman I was dating while I was in high school or college that was with me when I ain't had the millions, or you would just have to date another woman that's like an entertainer that's in that field. That you would have to date another woman that's in that field. Either or. But I'm not about to go out of my way to be dealing with no IG models or these chicks that be scouting in the club. Nope. Dealing with none of that. Oh, to Renzo for sure. Appreciate that donation. Most definitely. Most definitely. Yeah, Antonio, and that's what I was just saying. I was just saying that right before you tapped in. When you know that a woman has a reputation and you still decide to lay down with her and impregnate her, have unprotected sex with her, that's your fault. That's your fault 1,000% of the times. I have no sympathy for anything that you may go through. It's your fault, man. Like you did that. She's known to have that reputation. You still laid down with her. You still impregnated her. That's your fault. That is literally your fault. But then on the flip side of that, when you are the woman, when you preying on these young brothers and you just trying to get a baby out of them just to come up financially, anything negative that comes your way, you deserve it to me. You deserve it. I don't have no sympathy for anything bad that happens to you because you deserve it. You shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be bringing life into existence for the sole purpose of coming up financially. You should never use another life for that. So anything that comes your way that's negative, you deserve it. Anything negative comes your way, you deserve it. So both ways. So as a male, when you decide to lay down with a woman that has a reputation like that, you deserve, like anything that comes your way, you gotta reap what you sow. You made a decision, you gotta accept the consequences. And then for the women that's out here doing that, anything that come your way, man, that's negative, you deserve it. Reap what you sow. Bad intentions, man. You literally had a child with the intention of coming up financially. That's wicked. That's wicked. That's wicked. So when that negativity starts making its way towards you, don't start crying, because you deserve it. People don't understand. You reap what you sow, man. I'm telling you. You reap what you sow, man. Then you bringing a whole life into existence for selfish reasons. Oh, man, your life gonna be grimy. So you got to watch what you're doing, man. If you're a woman that's out here doing that, your life going to get real grimy. And that's just an actual fact. I'm real big on you reap what you sow. There's no way in the world I'm going to bring a life into existence for selfish reasons. That's a dangerous game to play. That's a dangerous game to play. It's going to be a lot of negativity that's going to come your way because you did that. And a lot of it is going to come from that child. A lot of it is going to come from that child. Because you had that child for selfish reasons. A lot of it is going to stem from that child, man. So you got to watch what you out here doing. If you a woman that's the law of reciprocity out here. Michael, peace, what's happening? MC, that ain't a bad idea there. Oh, Tyson, the pumping and dumping, man, that had been around for a minute. Me personally, I never rocked like that, man. I never rocked like that. I've always viewed women in a more respectable light than something that I'ma just pump and dump. And again, like I'm real big on reciprocity, and like subconsciously I've always been on that. I just never really felt right doing that to a lot of women. But instead of doing that, instead of pumping them and dumping them, like I would just lose interest real quick. Once it started getting a little too serious for me, then I would ghost out on them. I'm like, man, it's getting a little too serious, and I know I don't want something that's serious right now. So instead of me letting it get to that level, like I would go ghost before it reaches that level. And sometimes that still was like negative and bad because my communication skills was trash. But before it got to the point where I was able to pump and dump, I was just like, nah, you getting a little too serious, man, and this ain't what I want. All right, I'm done. So that's normally what I would do, man. But I'm not trying to pump and dump, man, because again, when you had that physical exchange with them, that's real in the field. When you had that physical exchange with a person, man. So sometimes I respect women more than they respect themselves out here. It's a lot of women back in the day that I probably could have pumped and dumped and wouldn't have thought nothing of it, man. But I always respected women, man, a lot more. And sometimes I respected them a lot more than they respect themselves. A lot of times, man, it'd have been women, man, they'd be throwing themselves at you. And it's like, nah, this ain't that. We ain't finna do that. We finna take this route. You know what I'm saying? So I shouldn't be respecting you as a woman more than you respect yourself. And a lot of times that be happening. A lot of times, man, these women come across a righteous brother, man, and they be so shocked that a brother is like denying sex and things like that. Like, don't let it come to that woman. Don't let it come to that. If you a sister, it should not come down to the brother rejecting the sex. Like that should be telling in and of itself. If a brother got to tell you no to some sex, then that speaks volumes, man. That speaks volumes. That's when you need to really analyze yourself. Like, man, I may have an addiction or something. Like, would this brother turn me down? I may have a problem. Because it shouldn't come to that. It shouldn't come to that. Your body is the temple, man. You should not be that quick to throw your body at somebody that you just met. So it should not take for a brother to say, you know what, nah, I ain't really feeling that right now. Like, nah, we good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good. I ain't trying to do that right now. I ain't trying to have any type of sexual exchange encounter right now. I just want to chill. I just want to build. It shouldn't take, if it takes for a brother to do that to you, you got to really reevaluate your priorities in life. You really got to reevaluate your priorities, man, when a brother is out here denying, like, rejecting sex from you. Like, you are too easy at that point and you throwing it at him. And that's not how it's supposed to really be going out here. You know? God is peace, Queen. What's happening? Lindell, peace. What's going on? Yeah, I mean, Craig, and that hey, and that's the honesty. That's the honesty. Like, back in the day, that's what I was on. Back in the day, I'm like, man, listen, I'm a savage. So back in my savage days, like I knew that I had a savage mentality, but I used that to save women. I'm like, man, listen, if I lay down and start doing things with you and having these encounters with you, like, I'm probably gonna treat you like not treat you like trash, but I'm probably not gonna be emotionally invested in this whole situation. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times I viewed it like that, and that prevented me from indulging in the act because I'm like, man, I don't want to do you like that. I don't want to do you like that, man. I don't want to be using you for physical, you know what I'm saying, for physical interactions. I don't want to do that. I do not want to do that, man. So a lot of times me understanding that I was a savage back in the day, it saved me. I'm like, you know what? Nah, I'm good. I'm not finna lay down with you because this ain't gonna end well for you. Because of my mentality. A lot of brothers don't do that. They don't care about that. They don't care about it ending well for the woman. They like, I'm finna get what I want. You know what I'm saying? I just want to have sex with her. That's all I'm after. So that's what I'm gonna get. That's what I'm gonna get. Abby, get that workout in. Oh, Tyson, man, I done seen, boy, woo. It's some women literally are so full of themselves that they think you are homosexual if you don't want to sleep with them right away. Definitely, I've definitely seen that. So it's like, man, we can't win out here. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't win out here. We can't win. It's almost like it's a lose-lose situation for us when it comes to certain aspects of dealing with women, man. Like, dude, really? Really? I don't wanna have sex with you right away. So now I must be homosexual. But then if I want to have sex with you right away, then I'm a dog. Like that, I mean, that's backwards, man. That's backwards. Like, so then when I use you for your sex, I want to have sex with you right away. I ain't trying to get to know you. Then I'm a dog, I'm a savage. I'm a dog and I'm a savage. But then if I don't want to have sex with you right away, oh, you a homosexual. You must don't like women. Like, that's what it comes down to. So I've seen that. I've seen that a lot. I'm like, wow. So now I got to be a homosexual because I don't want to sleep with you right away. Because I respect you enough to know that I'm not like, I'm a savage right now. So if I do this, you know what I'm saying? If this go down, like, it ain't gonna end well for you. So I'm like, nah, I'm cool. But now you gotta label me a homosexual because of that. Hey, sick, and it be straight happening. I keep it moving though, because it's crazy. Like, for a sister to say that is kind of funny because y'all best friends be homosexual. So stop playing with me. So don't get mad at me and see again. That's what's crazy about the world we live in. So when you are a brother and you deny a woman some sex, sometimes they call you a homosexual in a negative light. Like they use that in a negative, like they use the term homosexual as a negative. But then when we start talking about homosexuality in that sense, how we don't agree with it, then we homophobic. But then the same sister turn around and be like, you homosexual because you don't want to sleep with me, like it's something negative. Y'all fooling with the homosexual community. So why now it got to be something that's negative? Stop playing with us, man. This world is crazy. This world is crazy. And I've seen that. Y'all best friends be homosexual. Anytime somebody say something about a homosexual, y'all jump in y'all feelings and y'all defending them. But then when somebody don't want to sleep with you, they homosexual. How that makes sense? Somebody explain that one to me. Explain that one to me. Like, man, chill on out with that, man. Some brothers out here literally respect you enough to say, hey, it might not be a wise decision if I choose to sleep with you at this particular moment. I think it'd be best if we take our time, man. And like I said, if it takes for a brother to tell you that, that's sad. Because honestly, women, that should be what you say. Like, that should come from you. That should come from you. Lindell for sure, man. The targeting is big out here. Targeting is big out here. Oh, Andronicus is a major red flag. Major. Like, I ain't got time for that. Major red flag. But like I said, women have a lot of power in that regards. Like, dudes that reject sex, like, honestly speaking, it's a rare breed. Like, it's a rare breed. Like, shoot, 95% of the time, I mean, we ain't got no studies to validate this, but 95% of the time, man, if you throwing something at a dude in regards to sex, man, they gonna take it. It's a rare situation where you're gonna come across a brother that turn you down, especially when they physically attracted to you. It's a rare situation. So like I said, women got a lot of power in that regard. So that's why I say, normally that should come from the woman. You should be like, nah, you know what? I ain't doing that. I ain't doing it. As a dude, like when it's consensual, when you feel like the woman is going for it, it's like, man, for the most part, you about to go. Yeah, sick. Swirler. Yeah. They make all type of assumptions when you reject sex from them and things like that. You can give them like legit reasons as to why. So it's like they can tell you. It's crazy. It's funny though. So like when a woman is holding out in regards to sex, like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? I'm just waiting till I get married. I'm waiting for the right one. We not saying, oh, you must be a lesbian. That's accepted. That's accepted. When y'all holding out, that's accepted. When a dude is holding out, we homosexual, we this, that, and the third, we must be a swirler. It must be something physically wrong with us. Like, my goodness, like a dude just can't be waiting for the right woman. Like, my God, that's why I try to tell y'all, man, it's a lot of pressure in regards to being a man. It's a lot of things that we just cannot do without getting criticized. We can't reject sex without getting criticized. Like, we can't do that. We can't be emotional in public. We getting criticized. Like, whatever we do, we get criticized. Yeah, David, oh, he disciplined? Nah. He homosexual. There's something wrong with him physically. Erectile dysfunction, like he got some physical situation going on. Like, dude, no, I'm disciplined. I just don't want, I'm waiting for the right woman, just like you should be waiting on the right man. And right now, I might not feel like you're the right woman. You know, so a lot of times like that's what it be, man. Like, dude, some brothers are disciplined, some brothers are righteous, just like some sisters are righteous and disciplined, and they waiting until they get married and they waiting for the right man. Like, it's some dudes that be on that same type of vibe and they be on that same type of frequency. But as a man, we can't be on that, apparently. Like I said, when you a woman and you say that you waiting to have sex, that is accepted by the masses. Like, you ain't nobody gonna view you in a negative light. Ain't nobody gonna view you in that negative light. Like, nah. Like, all right, cool. She waiting for the right man. That's honorable. I respect that. Let a brother say that. Let a brother say that. Oh, Torenzo for sure. Yeah, we ain't gonna get the stats on that joint. We ain't gonna get the stats on that one. But a lot of times, man, dudes be in lose-lose situations, man. Lose-lose situations. That's why sometimes, like, brothers don't be knowing what to do. Like, man, I don't know how to approach this situation. Because no matter how I approach it, it feel like I'm going to take this L regardless. You know what I'm saying? So that's the case a lot of time. So that's why a lot of brothers just really don't be knowing what to do, man. Like, for real, man, because it seems like any move you make is like, it's just a bad decision. You shouldn't have did that. Or are they gonna try to, it's a character assassination. Torenzo, and I would say for the most part, that's what tends to happen. Y'all seen the post, y'all seen what I posted. Y'all seen a little picture I posted on the community board or wall or whatever that thing is called, man, when they had that picture saying, I want the meanest. See, I don't fool with the N word, man. I don't utilize that word, man. I just don't fool with it. But I want the meanest dude alive. And they don't fool with the friendly guys and things like that. It was a woman that posted that. It was a woman that posted a picture saying, I want the meanest guy alive. I don't fool with them friendly dudes. And I'm paraphrasing that. But y'all saw the picture. It was a woman that way older than me that posted that. Way older than me that posted something saying she wants the meanest guy alive. And that is why the cycle repeats itself. She is older than me. Way older than me. She has grown daughters. Things like that. And she out here, what are you telling your daughter? Get the meanest dude alive. You don't want a friendly dude. You want the meanest dude alive. That is what you're going to tell your daughter. That is what you're going to tell your daughter. Find the meanest dude out of the bunch. Find the meanest dude out of the clique. That's what you want. You want the meanest one. Then when this mean one starts abusing your daughter, now you ready to kill everybody. You idiot. You shouldn't have been telling her to get the meanest dude alive. That is literally what the post said. Y'all seen the post. I want the meanest dude alive. What sense does that make? That's like me saying I want the most ignorant woman alive. All you intelligent women, that's sort of birds. That sounds stupid. You want the meanest dude alive. Do you know what comes with being a mean man? 99% of the time, a mean man will come with physical abuse. But then they start saying dumb things like, I want a mean dude yet respectable. And then you start creating this, you start creating this dude that literally doesn't exist. I want a mean dude yet respectable. I want a dumb dude yet he intelligent. Like they be saying that's how some of the stuff be sounding, man. That's how some of the stuff be sounding. Like they want some of everything, like literally. I want a dude that know when to be dumb, but then he also know when to be smart too. What are you saying? I want a mean dude yet respectable. You want the meanest dude alive, yet you want him to be respectable. That is not how that works, man. Like that's not how that works, man. That don't make sense. You want a dude to be able to just turn up, got a switch. All right, I'm finna go from mean real quick. All right, I'm finna go from mean to respectable real quick. Let me flip the switch. That's the type of person that like that don't exist, man. If you want the meanest dude alive, that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get the meanest dude alive. You're gonna get the meanest dude alive. And when you get that, I don't feel sorry for you. I do not feel, if you out here saying you want the meanest dude alive and you telling your daughters you get the meanest dude alive, I don't feel sorry for anybody. I feel sorry for the daughter because she was raised by you and you giving her that advice. I feel sorry for her. She ain't asked to be raised by that type of mentality. And now she gonna think that that's normal to get a mean dude, get an abusive dude, because that's what her mother then told her. So I feel sorry for the daughter. I don't feel sorry for the adult, because that's sick. That's sick and twisted. I'm finna go tell my son, hey, get the most ignorant woman you can find. Intelligent women for the birds. Get you the most ignorant woman you can find. Yeah, Terenza, right. Till they get beat, now everybody want to go kill him now. Now you want to go kill this mean dude. You shouldn't have been out here preferring that, man. Now you want to go kill him. Now you want to go shoot him in the head and all this type of stuff. And then guess what? You go right back to preferring mean dudes. So you go date the same type of dude. So you was getting abused out here. Boom. You done mess around, had to defend yourself. And now you go get the same type of dude. Come on now. Jay, and that's what's up. Yeah. The thug type or the bad dude, he got you feeling good, like I said, until you start laying hands on you, because that's gonna happen. The meanest dude alive. That's what the post said. The meanest dude alive. So we ain't even forget the thug. Forget that. We ain't even talking about thugs. We ain't even talking about the bad. We talking about the meanest dude alive. That is the word that was used. The meanest dude alive. Listen, when you come across a mean individual, that's going to be a violent person. I don't care if that person is a thug. I don't care if they own a business, the CEO of Walmart. If you get a mean person, that's probably going to come with some violence. Oh, yeah, Antonio, for sure. Yeah, they definitely be in some very dysfunctional situations, and it's crazy. Sickening, man. It's sickening, man. Like, it's just sickening to know that they are raising young women. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just terrible. I mean, that's the worst advice I've ever seen in my life. And, I mean, the amount of people that was on a post sharing it, liking it, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I fool with that. Like, I love this, and I agree, and all of this type of stuff. Like, dude, sit down. Like, why do you want the meanest dude alive at 45? Dude, at 45, you shouldn't be focused on wanting a mean dude. You should be focusing on a dude that's building, man. Like, that's building with you. Like, I want a mean dude. I'm 45. I want the meanest dude alive. Like, who has time for that? Obviously, she does. Yeah, sneaky, and that's what it is. That's what it is. Like I said, then dudes start getting violent, and now everybody like, oh, this dude is a bad dude. He toxic and this, that, and the third. Of course he was toxic, you fool. You preferred that way. You preferred it that way. So that's another thing I don't like. You prefer a mean dude, then you get the mean dude, then he acts according to that mean energy, and now you want to say he toxic and dudes this, that, and the third. You preferred it that way. Hold yourself accountable for your decision. You prefer You prefer the mean guy, aka the toxic guy. So then when he act according, when he meets your expectations, I should say, when you prefer the mean guy and you get the mean guy and the mean guy meets your expectations, don't start lumping all guys in that same boat because of your preference. And that's what happens. You're going to get the mean guy, meet your expectations. You're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. He's toxic. Dudes are this, that, and the third. These dudes ain't this. No, you said you want the meanest guy alive and you got it. You could have simply changed your perspective and said, man, I want the nicest guy alive. And you're going to get that. But you wanted the meanest guy. And that's exactly what you got. So don't lump us all in the same category because you got your preference. Dean, peace, what's happening? Oh, Adrian, nah, yeah, you go back earlier. This ain't no sympathy post. We definitely don't feel bad for the brother. Nah, we hold him accountable. So we don't feel bad. We don't feel bad for the brother at all. That's the consequences, man, for his decision. So nah, 100%. We don't feel bad for brothers that get placed in these child support situations when they should have just did their research. So nah, we ain't feeling bad about the brothers at all. No, sir. God is for sure. Definitely. A lot of them are toxic. And it's like, you are what you attract. You attract what you are. All that type of stuff. Oh, Tyson, and that's an actual fact. I've said that a few times, man. A lot of times, like when you get with that dude, man, that's in tune, that's righteous, like he about to let you know about yourself. He gonna let you know about yourself, and on top of that, you gonna be forced to make some changes in your life. Like you're gonna have to make some changes in your life to be with the righteous man, especially when you was living an unrighteous life. You know what I'm saying? Like that righteous man ain't gonna tolerate a lot of nonsense. That righteous man ain't gonna tolerate a lot of nonsense and BS, man. He gonna let you know, like, you're gonna have to make some changes or else this ain't gonna work. And a lot of times they can't handle that because it comes with structure. Like when you're dealing with a righteous man, that may come with some structure. And hey, some women can't handle that. Like, nah, I can't deal with that. That thug dude, he might let you do whatever you want to do because he doing whatever he want to do. So he out here doing whatever he want to do, so he don't really care what you do. That righteous man, nah, he care what you do. He cares exactly what you doing. And he finna let you know, like, man, I ain't finna tolerate you doing this. What you mean you finna go out and you finna come back in here at 3 o'clock in the morning? Man, what are you talking about? It's not gonna fly. And he gonna force you to just kind of evaluate yourself and make this and make changes and evolve. That's what a righteous man is gonna do. A righteous man is going to not force the woman, but is going to lead that woman in a direction to where she starts to evolve and become a better version of herself. That's what the righteous man is going to do. That's what the righteous man is going to do. The righteous man is going to introduce a lifestyle to that woman that she wasn't hip to prior to meeting that particular man. That's what a righteous man will do. Like, man, I can't, you know what I'm saying? I would eat pork. I was eating all this before I started talking to him. Then I started talking to him. I let go of pork. I let go of the beef and all this. Like, that's what a righteous man gonna do. A righteous man's gonna, like, you're gonna have to evolve because that's what we focused on. We focused on evolution. We focused on elevate. So we're not about to get with somebody that ain't on it. I'm not about to let you be stagnant while I'm striving to evolve and elevate. Nah. That ain't how that's working. All Lindell for sure. She got the power to break it. She got the power to break it, most definitely. To Renzo for sure. Like I said, just being in the fitness space, that's equivalent to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what foods contributing to your obesity, and you just continue to eat those foods, man. You got diabetes and you know what caused your diabetes, and you continue to eat those same foods and wonder why your condition ain't getting any better and it's not improving. Like, you got to literally change your lifestyle, man. You got to change your preference of foods that you are consuming in order to reverse the diabetes. You know what I'm saying? You can't still be out here eating the junk food in abundance when you got diabetes. That's the reason why you got the diabetes in the first place. If you want to reverse the diabetes, man, you have got to literally shift. your taste in food. Shift your preference in food. Same way with relationships, man. Oh, sick for sure. For sure. 100%. Yeah, Jay, and that part of the process, man, that's an underrated part of the process. That's a very underrated part of the process, man. Just vetting them before you have kids with them, even before you like commit to the actual relationship. Like that's a very important aspect of it, man. Just doing the knowledge to them thoroughly, man. Examining them, you know what I'm saying? Just again, what I call just connecting and vibing with them. Dean, and that's always what we get accused of when we tell them what we not tolerating, because they not used to it. So they start viewing it as controlling. It's like, yeah, I told you what I'm not gonna tolerate, so you do what you do. I'm just not gonna fool with it, and I'm gonna let you know every time I'm not gonna fool with it. You know what I'm saying? So hey, a lot of times it can't handle that. But we ain't gotta tolerate we ain't gotta tolerate the nonsense and the garbage. We ain't gotta tolerate it. So if you doing something that we don't approve, then we have every right to let you know that and not tolerate it. Just like if we do things that you don't approve, then you're not gonna tolerate it, or you should not tolerate it. You know what I'm saying? So same on our end. It's not controlling. You will know when you come across a controlling dude. You will know that. A lot of us genuinely care about your safety. We care about your health. We care about your evolution. Like we care about that. A lot of us genuinely care about that. You know, so a lot of times you have that, but we get called controlling and things like that, man. You just not used to a man taking control, man. Providing that structure to your life, man. You're not used to that. You used to being able to control and manipulate these dudes because you go after that type of individual. Yeah, Jay, and that's what it is. You always got to stay on your square, man. Stand on your square when it comes to things like that, because they call you controlling. Like, nah, correct that. Like, nah, this ain't controlling. I'm just not gonna deal with that disrespect. It ain't got nothing to do with control. You know what I'm saying? You let them know what control is. You know, I'm not tolerating disrespect. So it's a whole different ball game. We ain't tolerating the disrespect. We ain't tolerating the nonsense. And that's one thing that we should never tolerate is disrespect, no matter who it comes from. We ain't tolerating that. And you gotta let them know every time, like, hey man, nah. Like what you doing is definitely disrespecting me. And I ain't putting up with it. So you either about to change, like you either about to stop doing what you doing, or like I'm gone. Jamal, peace, what's happening? But yeah, you gotta sometimes supply them with the ultimatum. Like, man, we not going for it. We ain't going for it, boss. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. But we don't tolerate the disrespect, man. That's a no on no level. Are we tolerating any of the disrespect on no level? Disrespect is to not be tolerated. You know what I'm saying? So if you with a woman that feels like it's okay to disrespect you, you're gonna have problems, man, because she gonna do it. She gonna continue to do it. She gonna walk all over you because you are allowing it, and vice versa for the women, man. If you allowing that dude to disrespect you, he gonna continue to do it because you are allowing it. He gonna walk all over you. So you got to put an end to that as soon as it starts to happen. Like, nah, that we ain't tolerating that. We don't do that. You ain't about to talk to me like that, man. You ain't about to treat me like that. You ain't about to view me in this light. You ain't about to move like that when I'm around. Like, it's disrespectful. So we put a halt to that as soon as we catch wind of it, man. Point blank, period. The disrespect is to not be tolerated. Lindell, no sir. You know what I'm saying? Especially them knowing my situation. That's a no-no. I can't trust them at that point. I mean, I know what I'm going to do, but like at the end of the day, all money ain't good money. So if they do anything like that, they got to go. They got to go. They got to go because you already know it's 2021. We got Me Too movements out here. So once you listen, women have power. So once you reject a woman and she know that she can't have you, it don't take nothing for her to cry rape or something like that and accuse you of all type of nonsense. So nah, man, when you get wind of a woman, if it's in your profession to deal with women, and a woman comes on to you and you like, nah, you know my situation, you gotta end that, man, because again, you keep on fooling with her. Next thing you know, you gonna be caught up in a rape case or something, cause she didn't get what she wanted from you. So nope, this got to end. It's got to end. I'm not gonna get caught up in nothing like that. I'm not getting caught up in anything like that. Nah, you try to make a move on me, this got to end, because again, you're not getting what you want from this one. So if I keep fooling with you, all it's gonna take that one day where you just upset and you mad, you in your feelings, and you about to say I did something that I did not do. And everybody gonna believe you over me because it's 2021 and that's just the way of the world. That's the way of the world. It's 2021. Even if I got a solid reputation as a man, all the woman got to say is, he did this to me. He touched me inappropriately. Whole world finna be like, oh, okay, he did. He did it. Guilty until proven innocent. Whole world know my reputation. No, I ain't never been about that. But all it takes that woman to say that's what he did. He did that. No proof, no evidence, no nothing. None of that. All she got to do is say it, and the world will believe it. So nah, I ain't gonna put myself in that type of environment, in that type of situation. No good. False. You know what I'm saying? False. Because they will try that. They will try that. They don't get what they want from you, man. They want to see you suffer. It's some of them that's like that. So nope. No, sir. No, sir. No, ma'am. Not happening. You can go get trained by somebody else. And you can put them through it. Not me, though. I'm good. I'm good. I don't like all that type of attention. I don't like the negative press like that. No, sir. I don't want to be explaining myself in regards to something I know I didn't do. I don't have time to be defending myself when I know I ain't do something. That's dead, man. I ain't got time for that. False allegations because you upset because you ain't getting no play. Nah. Those type of situations will never find their way to me. It's never going to happen. Torenzo for sure. That is that. You know that stream. We go in on that stream right there. That's definitely another video though. Appreciate that donation too, but that's definitely another video. But yeah, nah, I ain't going out like that. You ain't gonna never hear about a situation like that with me because I'm gone. Nope. Y'all, you doing what? You trying to do what? Nope, I'm good. I'm good. You know my situation. That's already disrespectful in and of itself. So you gotta go. You gotta go. Like, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. We ain't going out like that. Stop playing with the kid. The kid ain't got time for it. But y'all, with that being said, man, client just pulled up. Speaking of clients, client just pulled up. I had about little, you know what I'm saying, a little over an hour to build. So I appreciate y'all, man, listening to the kid vent and build for this little hour and some change. So I got to tap in with this client, man. Who knows? I may come back later on the stream, man. Probably have some downtime about another hour or so, man. I got to be stuck up here at this gym. Got a little long day. So I may come back and stream. Who knows? If not, may see y'all again tomorrow, man. So y'all be easy out here. Get y'all some fruits in. Make sure y'all hit y'all workout for the day. And y'all be easy, man. I'm out, y'all. Peace.